For 10 years, she drove the same ambulance, quietly transporting patients and doing her job, until the day terrorist attacks hit the city and hospitals became targets. Everyone saw how she moved tactically. That's when they realized this 52-year-old woman was a Marine Force Recon veteran, ready to protect the city. Welcome to One Human, One Story. Before we continue with this powerful story of action and hidden heroism, tell me in the comments if you've ever encountered such a calm but strong ambulance driver. And if you believe stories like this need to be heard, hit that subscribe button and help us remember that behind every person lies an incredible story. Maria Santos's Mercy Hospital ambulance was like a ghost on the city streets. Every shift lasted 12 hours, averaging 8 emergency calls per day. For 10 years, she worked the same routine, never complaining, never late. She was 52 years old, medium height, with graying hair always pulled back in a bun. A quiet woman. She worked with paramedic partner Jake Morrison, but they didn't talk much. Jake called her Iron Lady because Maria never panicked in any situation, always staying cool under pressure. Maria's driving style was perfect. Never had an accident, never got a rule violation, always found the fastest route. Emergency dispatcher Robert Chen trusted her completely. Give it to Santos, she'll handle it. But Maria had strange habits. At the start of every shift, she would inspect the ambulance from top to bottom. Medical equipment, vehicle condition, escape routes. Like she was preparing for a war zone. Other paramedics found this excessive, but Maria's performance was so good that nobody commented. Record response times, perfect patient care, exceptional performance under pressure. Jake had asked once, "Maria, why are you so systematic? It's like you've had military training." Maria had stopped, continuing to check the ambulance equipment. Habit. Preparation saves lives. But where did you learn such detailed prep experience? She offered no further explanation. Hospital staff loved Maria because she was always reliable. Dr. Sarah Martinez. If Santos is coming, the patient is in safe hands. Nurse coordinator David Kim. On time, professional, no drama. But Maria's background was a mystery. Her personnel file had minimal information. Previous experience, logistics, and transportation. References were perfect but vague. Nobody knew details. Maria's small house had the same minimalism. Clean, organized, functional. No personal photos, no memorabilia. Like a woman living without a past. Only strange things. Maria had a small scar on her left shoulder, slight stiffness in her right ankle. And sometimes, in very quiet moments, she could be seen looking into the distance, thinking. October 15th, 2024. Tuesday morning, 10:45 a.m. Maria and Jake were heading from Mercy Hospital to a downtown emergency. Construction worker fall from height, possible spinal injury. Traffic normal, route clear. Looked like a routine call. Maria's radio crackled. Unit 47, status report. En route to downtown construction site. ETA 7 minutes, Maria replied. Copy. Be advised, unusual activity reported in downtown area. Multiple unmarked vehicles. Maria's hands tightened on the steering wheel. What kind of activity? Unknown. Police investigating. Proceed with caution. Jake looked at Maria. Probably nothing. Maybe movie filming. Maria didn't answer. Her eyes were scanning traffic patterns, checking mirrors, observing vehicle positions. Her entire body language had shifted to alert mode. Maria, you okay? Fine. Just being careful. But Jake noticed Maria had changed route. Instead of the direct path, she was taking longer but less crowded streets. And she was driving differently, more tactical, more evasive. Why are we going this way? Better approach angle to construction site. That made no sense to Jake, but Maria seemed focused, so he didn't argue. At 10:52 a.m., everything changed. Maria's radio exploded with emergency traffic. All units, multiple explosions downtown, mass casualty event, code red protocol initiated. Maria immediately pulled over and turned to Jake. "Get on radio. Tell dispatch we're changing course to closest explosion site." "But our original call, other units will cover. We're closest to ground zero." Jake had never seen Maria like this. Decisive, commanding, completely in control. She wasn't asking. She was telling. Maria hit sirens and lights, then accelerated toward downtown core. But her driving was unlike anything Jake had seen. Tactical driving, reading traffic patterns, anticipating movements, finding paths that didn't exist. "Maria, how are you doing this?" "Training," she said simply. They arrived at explosion site first. Scene was chaos. Building partially collapsed. Debris everywhere. People running, screaming, bleeding. Other emergency vehicles hadn't arrived yet. Maria parked ambulance in position that provided cover from building debris, but clear escape route. Jake noticed she had positioned vehicle tactically. Protected approach, multiple exit options. "Jake, triage protocol. I'll handle patient extraction." Maria moved into disaster zone like she owned it. No hesitation, no fear. She seemed to know exactly where to go, how to move safely through unstable environment. Jake watched in amazement as Maria demonstrated skills he'd never seen before. She moved through debris field with tactical precision, found trapped victims with systematic efficiency, performed emergency medical procedures under extreme conditions. "How does she know how to do this?" Jake whispered to himself. Maria extracted 3 critically injured victims in 15 minutes. Each extraction required technical skills, physical strength, and tactical awareness that went far beyond paramedic training. As other emergency units arrived, Maria coordinated response like incident commander, directing ambulance placement, organizing patient flow, setting up treatment areas. Other paramedics automatically followed her leadership. Fire Chief Rodriguez arrived and immediately sought out Maria. "You, the lead paramedic. Santos, Unit 47. Good work on scene organization. You have command experience." Maria paused. Some. At 11:30 a.m., second wave of explosions hit. This time targets were clear. Emergency vehicles and first responders. Coordinated attack designed to maximize casualties among rescue personnel. When explosion went off near ambulance staging area, Maria's reaction was instant. She tackled Jake to ground, covered him with her body, then immediately assessed tactical situation. "Secondary attack," she said calmly. "This is coordinated terrorism." "How do you know?" "Pattern recognition. They're targeting us now." Maria grabbed radio. "All emergency units, we are under attack. This is active terrorism scenario. Implement defensive protocols." Other first responders looked confused. What defensive protocols? But Maria was already moving. She repositioned their ambulance to hardened cover position, established communication with police tactical units, began coordinating evacuation of wounded under hostile conditions. Jake realized he was watching something extraordinary. Maria wasn't just adapting to crisis, she was taking control of it, like she'd done this before. "Maria, who are you really?" Maria looked at him while bandaging wounded firefighter. "Someone who knows how to handle this situation." At 12:15 p.m., sniper fire began. Shots came from elevated positions targeting emergency personnel, professional placement, military precision. Jake and other responders dove for cover, paralyzed by fear. But Maria moved differently. She immediately identified shooter positions, calculated angles of fire, determined safe movement corridors. Then she began rescue operations under hostile fire. "Cover me," she told Jake. "When I move, you follow my exact path. Step where I step. Maria, there's a sniper out there." "I know. 3 positions. 2 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and rooftop at 4 o'clock. I can work around them." Jake stared at her. "How can you possibly know that?" "Because I've been on the other side." Maria moved through sniper field like Ghost, reading angles, using cover, timing movements between shots. She extracted 2 wounded police officers and 1 civilian while under direct fire. Other emergency personnel watched in amazement. This 52-year-old ambulance driver was demonstrating combat skills that elite military units would respect. Police tactical commander arrived and immediately approached Maria. "You, military, former, what unit?" Maria hesitated. "Marine Force Recon." The tactical commander's expression changed completely. "How long?" 15 years. 4 tours, Afghanistan to Iraq. "We need your help. This is beyond our training level." Maria looked around at chaos. Wounded civilians, terrorized first responders, ongoing sniper threat. Decision time. What do you need? Coordinate rescue operations under fire. Extract wounded from kill zones. Help us neutralize shooter positions. Maria nodded. "Roger. But I need tactical radio and situational update." For next 2 hours, Maria Santos transformed from ambulance driver to battlefield commander. Using her Force Recon training, she coordinated multi-agency response to terrorism event. She established casualty collection points in hardened positions, organized tactical evacuations under fire, directed counter-sniper operations, coordinated with military EOD teams for bomb disposal. Jake worked beside her, watching ordinary paramedic become special operations leader. Her tactical knowledge, combat experience, and leadership skills were clearly elite level. "How many people have you saved today?" he asked during brief lull. Maria was treating wounded police officer, not counting, just doing job. "This isn't paramedic job, Maria. This is military operation. Same mission. Save lives." By 3 o'clock p.m., threat was neutralized. Snipers eliminated, bomb threats cleared, wounded evacuated. Total casualty count: 47 injured, 3 killed. Without Maria's intervention, numbers would have been much higher. As scene wound down, Maria quietly returned to ambulance and began restocking medical supplies. Like nothing had happened. Police chief, fire chief, and hospital administrators approached her together. "Santos," said Police Chief Williams, "we need to talk." "About what?" "About why you never told anyone you're Marine Force Recon veteran." Maria continued organizing medical kit, "Because it's not relevant to my job." Fire Chief Rodriguez stepped forward. "It was relevant today. You saved dozens of lives. That's my job, save lives. But this was combat situation. Every emergency is combat situation. You fight against time, against injury, against death. Training applies." Hospital Administrator Dr. Patel joined conversation. "Maria, you've been hiding significant capabilities. Why?" Maria finally looked up from ambulance. "Because I came here to heal, not to fight. Wanted to use skills for saving, not for killing. But today, you did both. Today, I did what was necessary." Over following weeks, Maria's story spread through emergency services community. Word got out that quiet 52-year-old ambulance driver was decorated Marine Force Recon veteran who had single-handedly coordinated response to major terrorism event. Media wanted interviews. Maria declined all requests. Hospital offered her promotion to emergency coordinator. Maria declined. Police department offered position in tactical unit. Maria declined. She wanted to remain ambulance driver. Why? Jake asked one day during routine shift. Because this is where I belong now. On street level, helping people, saving lives without taking them. But you could do so much more. I am doing exactly what I want to do. Jake looked at his partner with new understanding. You found peace here. Yes, after many years of war. 3 months later, Maria still drives same ambulance, same shifts, same routes. But now everyone knows who she really is. Paramedics call her Marine. Firefighters call her Commander. Police call her Legend. And when next emergency comes, everyone knows they have guardian angel who can handle anything. Maria Santos spent 15 years as elite warrior. Now she spends her time as elite healer. Both missions require same core skill, protecting others when they cannot protect themselves. Some heroes fight enemies, others fight death itself. Maria Santos fought both and chose which battle mattered most. If this story touched you, tell us in the comments if you've ever encountered such a calm but strong ambulance driver. And if you believe stories like Maria Santos deserve to be heard, subscribe to One Human, One Story. We're here to honor the quiet heroes who walk among us every day, carrying stories that the world needs to remember. Their silence was earned. Now it's time we speak for them.